Good morning, everyone. This morning's message is for the younger ones. Now, on your screen, it reads, and I quote, the 20s, end quote. The hardest period in one's life is in one's 20s. And it's a shame because you're at your most gorgeous for the females and your most handsome for the males. And you're physically in peak condition, but it's actually when you're most insecure and full of self-doubt. It's a time when you don't know what's going to happen, and it's really frightening. You see, my friends, your 20s are often painted as the golden years, the time when you're young and beautiful, the time when you're full of endless possibilities. But beneath all that image lies a reality that many don't talk about. It's one of the most confusing, isolating, and emotionally challenging periods of one's life. It's the decade of uncertainty, where you're constantly walking a fine line between excitement and fear. You're expected to have everything figured out. We're talking about your career, your relationships, your future. Yet most of the time, you're just trying to stay afloat. You second guess your choices, wondering if you're on the right path, if you're doing enough, or if you're even enough. The pressure is relentless and the comparisons never seem to end. Sometimes you're there scrolling through social media and see others seemingly thriving, getting promotions, traveling the world, finding love while you're still trying to figure out who you really are. No one warns you how lonely this phase can feel. Friendships change, people drift apart, and the safety nets you once relied on start to disappear. You're left navigating a world that demands confidence, when in reality, you feel like you're constantly stumbling in the dark. So, my friends, there's also the silent battle with self-worth. Even when you look your best physically, internally, you're your own worst critic. You pick yourself apart, thinking you should be further ahead, more successful, more certain. And it's cruel irony. The years when you shine the brightest on the outside are often the ones where you feel the most lost on the inside. But amidst the chaos, something beautiful happens, my friends. You grow, you make mistakes, you learn, you slowly piece together who you really are. You start realizing that no one has it all figured out, and it's okay. The 20s are hard, but guess what? They shape you in ways nothing else can. So in closing, my friends, so if you're struggling, know this: you're not alone. You're not behind, but you're becoming. And one day you'll look back and see how every uncertain step was leading you exactly where you're meant to be today. So my question for the older folks: if you could go back in time, what advice would you give your younger self? Share that advice in the comment section, and also share it with that young person or those young persons in or around your circle. Yeah, man. A word to the wise.